Another way to solve oblique triangles is to use the law of cosines. Law of cosines is used when you do not have a complete family. Here are the formulas for law of cosines. You use whichever formula works with whatever angle you have. So for instance, if you have angle A is given to you in the problem, you would use the first one here. If you don't have angle A, and let's say you have angle B, then you would use the second one. And of course, if you have angle C, then you would use the third one. If you don't have any angles, then you're going to find the biggest angle that's there. So for instance, if we know all three sides and side C is the largest, we would know angle C is the largest, because we know the largest angles across from the largest side, and therefore then we would use the third formula here. Once we find a piece of information from law of cosines, then we switch back to law of sines and find everything else, and we would find the smallest angle next. So let's take a look at an example here. So example 1, we're given a triangle ABC, and we know that angle C is 48 degrees. We also know that side B is 14, and we know that side A is 15. We want to find all the other pieces of information. So as you see, we don't have a complete family. We know side A, but we don't know angle A. We know side B, but we don't know angle B. And we know angle C, but we don't know side C. So, looking back at the formulas, since we have angle C, that's the formula that we want to use. We want to use the third choice, which says C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times cosine of C. Fill in the information you know. C squared equals 15 squared plus 14 squared minus 2 times 15 times 14 times cosine of 48 degrees. So now we just need to simplify this and find out what C is. So 15 squared is 225, 14 squared is 196, and we get 420 here, and cosine 48 still. And simplifying even further, we get 421 by combining these, minus, and now I'm going to do this on my calculator. When I do cosine 48 degrees, it's going to give me a decimal. I'm going to keep as much as I can so my answer is as accurate as I possibly can get it. So I would do cosine 48, press enter, multiply by 420, and I would get 281.034 approximately. I find that C squared is equal to 139.965. So then C is equal to about 11.83. So now we use the law of cosines to find side C little c. And look at what we have now. Now we have a complete family. So now we would switch back to law of sines, and we would find the other missing information. So again, when you switch back to law of sines, you want to use law of sines to find the smallest angle next. So looking at the sides that I'm given, I know that B is smaller, which means I'm going to find angle B. So law of sines says little b over sine B equals little c over sine C. Filling in the information, we get little b is 14 over sine B equals 11.83 over sine 48. Again, cross multiply and solve here. And we have to remember, to find an angle, we have to press second sine on our calculator. All right, which will get us sine to the -1. So once we do that, we end up with angle B is equal to 61.58 degrees. Once we know that, to find angle A, take 180 subtract angle C, which we were given, 48, subtract the angle we just found, 61.58, and we would get angle A, is equal to 70.42 degrees. And then we would be done that problem.